Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fridays with Mr. Couch. We're doing AMA, Ask Me Anything, answering your fantasy questions, and we're doing the news. We do this every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. What's going on? If you are live with me, say what's up in the chat. Let me know you're alive and well, how you're doing, how your fantasy team's doing. Obviously, virtually everyone's fantasy team's a mess. Someone's got to be crowned winner. It's gonna happen. It's just which team just makes it out of the rubble, which team is the least messiest. Somebody's got to win. That's what's cool about fantasy, right? On the lottery, not every time there's a lottery somebody wins, right? But in fantasy, someone's coming in first place, someone's coming in second, third, and someone is losing the toilet bowl and coming in last place. But we do news on Friday because Friday is the biggest news day. Obviously, get to see who's out. If you didn't practice Friday, that means you ain't playing. Oh, Bob came up under the rocks, came up out of the Homer Simpson bush. He's alive. He says, "R.I.P. AFC North QBs versus the Ravens." Lamar almost got hurt too. That scared me pretty bad. I have no idea what Lamar's injury was or what that was. Something with his foot. I have no clue. Chime in on that. Let me know what was Lamar bothered by. It was obviously something. Deshaun Watson Sunday, Burrow yesterday. Who's next? Kenny Pickett, if you consider him a quarterback. Just a regular rolled ankle. Okay, which for a QB like him probably affected him a lot. So that might take 2 weeks to fully heal. But he's playing this week. Travis in the building. What's up, man? I mean, bro, Mac is asking, yeah, you got any ideas of pickups if we had any of the big injuries? I mean, obviously depends. Yeah. So I think you're already backtracking. You know, here I think I have a magic wand here. So here's, I got a magic wand and this is your team right here. So let me wave that abracadabra waiver pickup. I mean, I guess that's what do you want from me, bro? Go, maybe somebody dropped Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback. Go pick him up. Maybe somebody dropped Tony Pollard. Go pick him up. And for tight end, I think you're just kind of screwed there. Maybe you got to go make a trade because nobody's dropping Kincaid or Trey McBride or Laporta, unfortunately. So sorry. Oh, it's an ankle. Okay. Appreciate it, guys. I didn't even know what was up with Lamar. You could tell last night he was going down on runs instead of going for extra yards. Oh yeah, I mean, no, big time. I think he was falling a couple times. I don't know if it was one time I fell during a live stream. But it wasn't like a fall. It was a one where I was off balance and I knew I was gonna fall, so I just fell in the best spot because this is a very small room and there's a lot of stuff. So instead of falling on the couch and possibly getting hurt, falling on something hard and actually like for real for sure getting hurt, I fell on purpose right here where there's it's soft and there's nothing here. So Lamar, one of the times he went down kind of seemed like that was like a half accidental fall and then kind of chose where he fell. But I don't know. Probably a combination of that because it wasn't just one time. Seems like a couple times he intentionally went down exactly how he planned. Seems like a couple times he just like like it just gave like he just totally just kind of collapsed. His ankle just gave up on him. Logan Wilson fell on his ankle when he was throwing the ball away and he went into the tent but didn't miss a snap. Yeah. Jay Lee, should I trade for Devontae Smith and give Javonte Williams PPR? I need wide receiver help. Thanks. I like going after Devontae Smith. I don't like the price though. I think you're paying way too much for Devonte Smith. Because like I'm a big Devonte Smith fan. I like him. I have faith in him. But reality is that some of these random wide receivers, like Trenton Irwin last week, some of these random wide receivers you'll pick up off waivers have a really good chance will probably produce what Devonte Smith produces. And for that, that's not a problem. I know that's not saying much, but because of that, I don't know if I'm willing to give up a low end RB1, a very valuable piece, to go get a guy who's just a little bit better than someone off waivers. I think you're just overpaying. So I like the trade as far as it helping your team. I like the idea of going after Devonte Smith, and you don't always have to win every single trade value wise. But this one, I think you're overpaying too much. I'm not comfortable paying this type of premium for a wide receiver that's been struggling. I mean, think about the guy from the other side. He'd be like, I'm benching or wanting to bench Devonte Smith every week. Like, yeah, I'll give you him for RB that I'm starting every week. Sup, bro? I'm 8-2, just lost Burrow. Yeah, this year's just been complete disaster. I would say that about 3 times as many big injuries and fantasy relevant injuries and injuries to star players have happened this year. Maybe like, actually, let me give you an exact guess. I have it in my head. So it's like 80%. I got 80 and then 300% this year. So in my head, this is how it is: 300 divided by 80. Wow. So in my brain, there is 3.75 times as many big time injuries, fantasy relevant injuries, injuries to star players or very significant players. 3.75 times as much. I'm just like, I don't know. I just have like these basic estimated kind of guesses in my head. I think it's very fair to say. I mean, it seems like just about every single quarterback is hurt. It's been crazy. What's the news with Madison? I have him in Chandler. We'll go over the news in a bit, but the Madison news is that he is expected to clear concussion protocol today. He may have already cleared it. I don't know that as of yet, but the coach said he's expected to clear it. You already answered this. Isaiah Likely or Taysom Hill at tight end? It's Taysom Hill, hands down. The Isaiah Likely project is not working like we thought. The tight end guru came in, got the OC job, and it's not working. Isaiah Likely is going to get a ton of snaps, but he's not going to be a receiver. He's going to block, and I don't recommend it. Like Isaiah Likely right now, not saying he's a terrible ad or anything, but if you add Isaiah Likely, he needs to be your tight end too. You cannot add Isaiah Likely and start him. Only time that's going to work is if you're in like a 20 team league or something. So adding Isaiah Likely, good, smart idea as a stash, as your tight end 2 or tight end 3. Starting Isaiah Likely anytime soon, dumb idea. Don't recommend doing it. I think that kind of explains that. I think that kind of, I don't have an exact number how much FAB to drop on Isaiah Likely next week. I think that kind of sums it up. I would not drop much. He's on the same level as all these other guys on waivers. I just was on an ESPN league and Luke Musgrave was there. I just added Michael Mayer, and Isaiah Likely is on that same level as Musgrave, Michael Mayer. Who else is usually on waivers that look kind of like fringe ads? He's right up there. So like I'm saying, I don't hate him. But he's not like boom, plug and play, easy start. I don't think so. Just not working out that way. if you need a tight end, you should drop some with that being said, I still want him on my team. And FAB is kind of pointless. At this stage, it's kind of like, everyone spent their FAB, and several teams are eliminated already in your fantasy league. So you just got to kind of calculate that on your own. 5% FAB is probably too little. So if I had to throw a number out there, I would say over 10%, for likely, because I do want him on my team. Like, it's not, I'm not, I don't want to sound like an Isaiah Likely hater. I definitely don't want to do that, because, we can see maybe I'm dead wrong, and, he's balling. Like, that's definitely a scenario. Like, it could happen. It didn't happen this year when Mark Andrews was out, but it did happen a little bit last year. We saw it a little bit, at least, when Mark Andrews missed a game or two. So it's not an impossibility. Like, it's within the realm of reality. Who could I get for Williams wide receiver? So here's the problem with Javonte Williams. He's on a team that some people look at as a laughable team, like a meme team. Actually, Broncos aren't too bad this year, right? They're right at 500, I think. They just won a big game. Or are they 4-6? Maybe I think they're 4-6, but they're a real team. Russell Wilson's looking much better. Javonte Williams is fully back now. He wasn't until just 2-3 weeks ago. Now he's basically at 100%. Around 2 weeks ago, we got rid of the snap count. He's the workhorse. He actually looks good. He's actually putting up some fantasy points. So unfortunately, Javonte Williams' perception is not that high. He just, as of right now, he just doesn't have that huge, sexy, like, household name. Kamara probably has a bigger name. Eckler has a big name. Guys like this, his perception is just a little bit lower. So he's a little bit underrated. So maybe what I'm thinking you should do is trade a RB that's has a more popular name, and then go get a real wide receiver. Go get you maybe Stephon Diggs or AJ Brown, or who's kind of on that level. Or maybe even for cheaper, you get a Cortland Sutton. I don't know, but I just don't think this is the right trade value wise for you. You're welcome. I'm 6-4 Superflex with Lamar Andrews stack. Start Deontay Johnson or Mostert at flex. I'm going to go with Mostert. Yeah, Mostert. Someone has given me Mostert for Javonte Williams. I'd rather have Javonte Williams, by the way. A-Chain is back. I don't like this trade. I would rather have Javonte. Javonte is back. Okay, I'll put it like that. Okay, Couch, just spite me now. I don't know what this is referring to. Oh, you left a long comment. Comments are coming in. Dane, is Jay Lee a super follower? It's all about him. All right. I don't like when people whine and complain and don't answer their questions. Like, what am I supposed to do, bro? I wish the tables have turned so you be dyslexic with ADD. I can't. What am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna answer every question. Like, it ain't happening. It is what it is. I mean, if you wanna really get your question answered, guaranteed, send me a super chat. I'll shut up. I'll give you props. I'll thank you, and then I'll answer your question. Yeah, man. I might skip you again. I might skip you. I might do it. I just might. Just lost Burrow. Should I trade Gus Edwards for Sam Howell? Or just pick up Stafford off waivers? I like both those ideas. I would probably just go get Stafford. I like that. And if you can't, I like that trade. It's not a guaranteed you'll be able to get Stafford, right? What's up, Twitch fam? Hey, man, what do you think about Jalen Warren new role? Expect 1.5 to 2 more fantasy points a game. I don't think it's going to be a huge change night and day. I do think it's going to be a little bit better. Remember, he's on the Steelers. That offense is not high octane. They don't score a lot of offensive touchdowns. What's up, Chris? With a K? Which side wins? Jamal Williams? Or is that Javonte Williams? I'll say that's Javonte Williams. There's 2 running backs that are Jay Williams, Metcalf, or Tank Dell Kyron Williams. So DK and Tank are actually pretty close, is what's crazy. They're very close. And then we have Javonte versus Kyron. I like Javonte a little bit more than Kyron. So I like the Javonte DK side more. Now, if that's Jamal Williams, then I like the Kyron side more. Mostert for Javonte, we already went over that. I like the Javonte side better. That's great advice, Bob. Hit up the Sam Howell owner. And what's funny is we just got a Sam Howell trade question right here. Because Sam Howell. I have Sam Howell in a league, and I also have Tua. So this reigns to be true. Like whoever has Sam Howell has another good QB. Okay, we got that question already. Smooth C, start Mostert, bench Deontay Johnson. Travis, start 1, Ridley, Schultz, Jaden Reed. I would start Calvin Ridley. I see a bounce back game, and I don't know what's going to happen to Ridley after this game, but I do like Calvin Ridley this week. Oh, this is the same guy. Corey and Smooth C are the same guy. What's up, Val? Happy Friday. Michael Caine is a big baby. Easy for you to say. Everyone loves you. Okay, thanks, Couch. I also have another question. I had made a trade where I'm giving up my Logan Thomas, James Cook, and Waddle. Okay, 3 good, not great players for Ingram, Mostert, and Najee. I prefer the James Cook side. Logan Thomas, Ingram, they're the same. Ingram's, I think, slightly younger. He just seems younger. More healthier, more younger, in my opinion, nowadays. But they're roughly the same. James Cook, I want to see him do better. Najee Harris, to me, is a guy I'd never want on my team. So I like the Logan Thomas side more. You're welcome. A-Chain for Puka, redraft full PPR. I think this is a straight up even trade. I prefer the A-Chain side more. Yeah, it's not. I take that back. I take that back completely back. I prefer the A-Chain side more. I'd rather have A-Chain than Puka. I think straight up, A-Chain's a bit better, and then on top of that, you have the position where I want to RB with that type of upside over a good wide receiver. So I do like A-Chain more. I sat Beckham and started Kirk. Was that the right move? Only time will tell. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, bro? It already happened. Why you got one comment to ask? You got one question to ask me. That's it. Like, what do you want me to do? Tell you you're an idiot, you big dummy. Why would you do that? I'd just be like, or take the easy route. Man, you know what? I think that was a smart move. That's what I would have done, Joey. Good luck this week. I think that's what you wanted. I'll give you that. Just pretend I didn't give you the first answer. You got we got a super chat, baby. Stop the stream. Oh, you're welcome, bud. Stop the stream. Stephen Drakes, thank you so much for the super chat. Dono, my friend. I started Mark Andrews. Okay, what a way to start out the comment. Okay, it means I'm man down, playing from behind, playing with one of my arms tied behind my back. All right. Need two and a flex. I got you. Henderson, Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, Amari Cooper, Tank Dell. We already got Collins. A-Chain, Trey McBride. I really want to start McBride. Not sure. Need two and a flex. Okay. So McBride's a pretty good start. He'll probably be our fourth best guy. So McBride's pretty good, but not great. We're talking about starting a flex. What does need two? Need two what? Need two wide receivers? Need two and a flex. I don't know what need two means, but I'll pick three players though. So number one, I'm gonna probably start Darrell Henderson. He's a starting running back. He'll be used. It's like a nice safe one. Devontae Adams, start him. And let's start Nico Collins. I think that's it. And we're gonna bench the tight end. Yeah. So out of those three, so for sure start Adams, then start Nico Collins. So it's actually a question between the third guy, which Henderson's a good start right there. McBride's a good start, and A-Chain's a good start. So it is pretty close, but I'm gonna go with Henderson and play it safe. I know you want the upside. It's really going to be up to you if you want to take the risk with A-Chain. I'm leaning Henderson. Puka or Mostert in flex. That's a little kind of a tough one. Let's go with Puka. Swift or Mostert. Let's go with Swift. Tank, Puka, Cup, Ayuk. Choose three. That means bench one. Bench Tank Dell. Start Collins or Thielen this week. I'm gonna go with Thielen. I think is a higher floor. I think it's very close. Very close. Very close. Okay, hopefully that answer helped you, Steven. By the way. Yeah, we already answered this one. What did I say? Bench Tank Dell. Oh, we got to, and then we got to bench another player. Bench Tank Dell. Really want to start Ayuk. But yeah, I guess we'll bench Ayuk. That's a tough one. So definitely start Cup. Definitely start Nico. Those are my top two. And definitely bench Tank Dell. And I would start Puka. Who would you like more, Walker the third or Aaron Jones? I'd rather have Walker. Also, is A-Chain a must start? No, he's not a must start. He's a good flex start this week. High risk, high reward. That's the type of start he is. Could be on a snap count. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if A-Chain got like 6, 7, 8 fantasy points this week. I wouldn't be surprised if he got like 20, 28. I really do mean that. Najee or Henderson this week? Go with Henderson. Team is 9-1. Oh, that's kind of a long. I don't know off the top of my head, man. That's kind of a long question. Actually, I do have the answer to you. We have a podcast we just did. Go listen to that. You can skim through it. Don't worry, it won't hurt my feelings. It's all about buy lows, and it's all a bunch of running backs. So I'm just gonna drop a link to that YouTube channel. Go check that out. We just did it last night after the game, like, so it's fresh. These aren't old buy low, sell high. So here's the link to that. Everybody go subscribe to that YouTube channel, by the way. Fantasy Couch Podcast. It's our second YouTube channel. So Slade, go check that out. Yeah, no problem. Um, you can listen to, if you don't have a lot of time, it's kind of towards the beginning, and you can always listen to it at 1.5 speed, which is what I'd recommend because it's a live show. Just go 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed, depending on how fast your ears can listen. All right, guys, let's go straight on to the news. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, guys, here is the Friday news. NFL fantasy football relevant news, November 17th, Friday. This is how we do. Ready, set, go. Tyler Lockett is actually going to be a game time decision, believe it or not. That's what the coach is saying, at least. He's got a hamstring injury. Gerald Everett is out. We just picked up Donald Parham in a deep best ball dynasty league, so that may help us. Keenan Allen, Jalen Guyton, and Isaiah Spiller are all questionable for the Chargers. Dameon Pierce is out this week, but he did come back to practice. And so he is expected to return next week, week 12. Dameon Pierce should be back, but he is out this week. It's Singletary this week against the Cardinals. Noah Brown is expected to be out. I don't think he's officially ruled out, but he hasn't practiced this week, and we do expect him to be out this week. We already went over Dameon Pierce being expected to be back week 12. Zoom in on this. Jamal Agnew is out for the Jaguars, and even though Devon Achane is questionable, he is expected to play. And so we just talked about Achane a whole bunch with the questions. It's like, I like him. He's a great flex start this week. Super risky. He can get you 6 fantasy points. He can get you 28 fantasy points. We don't know. I like the matchup. Huge Achane fan. Maybe he's limited. Also, if the Dolphins do dominate this game, I do expect them to win. I do expect them to dominate, but maybe not that much. I don't expect it to be that much of a lopsided game. Let's see. They're like what? Oh, they okay. So it is a pretty lopsided game on the lines. 13-point favorites, but could be a little bit closer. I don't know. But if it is that much of a lopsided game where the Dolphins are up 17 points or by 3 touchdowns, then Achane won't probably play in the fourth quarter because he's just coming back from a serious injury. Moving on, Treylon Burks is out. Garrett Wilson is questionable, but he already said, dude, I am playing this week. I am playing. So Garrett Wilson will play. Justin Fields and Khalil Herbert are both back for the Bears. No injury designation. Justin Fields will start at quarterback, and I do expect Khalil Herbert to be the RB1 this week. D'Onta Foreman is questionable, but that doesn't, RB1 is different for each team. That doesn't mean he's going to be a super workhorse. Doesn't mean he's going to get 70, 80, 90% of the snaps. Probably not. We're looking at a 4-headed or 3-headed monster if you want to count Foreman and Justin Fields as a running back too. Moving on, Joe Burrow, wrist injury, out for the year. That's a done deal. This year's been a mess. Every quarterback is hurt. We already talked about that. It's just been crazy. Now, Mark Andrews is expected to miss the rest of the season, but he is getting a second opinion from a doctor. So let's wait and see if there's some miraculous news and maybe he can come back in 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 6 weeks. We'll see. But as of right now, it's looking pretty bad. It's looking like there's other complications or other injuries or other problems that happen along with that high ankle injury that we saw. Odell Beckham has a shoulder injury, but it doesn't look too bad. So that's good news. Slight surprise here. Alexander Mattison is expected to clear the concussion protocol today. I was saying about a 60% chance he would be out, but look, I think he's going to play. Justin Jefferson is questionable. Now, this one's really tricky. I think there's a great chance he plays this week. But then there's also a good chance he comes back week 12, maybe even a small chance he comes back week 13 or 14. We don't know yet. A little bit of gamesmanship here. We'll see what the deal is. But Justin Jefferson, he should be back this week, if not next week. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Antonio Gibson is doubtful for the Washington Commanders. Hayden Hurst is out, and Cardinals rookie running back Amari DeMarcado is out. So that means their newly signed running back Michael Carter might see some significant playing time for the Jets. For the Cardinals. He was on the Jets. And for the Steelers, Minkah Fitzpatrick is out, one of their top defensive players. What's up, Albert? I told DDT to go watch Tropic Thunder. He finally watched it. He absolutely loved it. I told him, man, a generational movie, generational comedy. It was amazing. Oh, did you just finish watching it too? Robert Downey, my favorite character in that movie. It's absolutely hilarious. You're welcome. McBride or Hawkinson. Always go Hawkinson. Isaac says, I traded Lamar for Pacheco. Lamar had an okay game. That TD was called back. I mean, I think you kind of lost on this trade, but I still like it. You know, it's a quarterback in a 1 QB league. It's hard to trade QB sometimes, and you went and got yourself a starting running back. So, you know, hopefully that'll help out your team. I don't hate the trade. You just finished watching Tropic Thunder. All right. I love it. What's up, Eric? Sit one, Jacobs, Breece Hall, or Rashad White. I would bench Rashad White, and I would definitely start Breece Hall. Need 2 RBs and a flex in full PPR. What the hell was that? The cast was taught to you. What's this comment? Just stand alone. This is not good. Stand alone. This means nothing. Is this like your burner account? Big Black 93. That's such a burner account name. Such a troll account name. Would you pick up Freiermuth if you have Kincaid? You don't really need to. So I guess I'd say no. You starting any of these over Nico Collins? Puka? Yep, I'm starting Puka over him, but that's it. So I got it. Number 1, Puka. Number 2, Nico. And then number 3 would be Ridley. Then number 4, McBride. Rashee Rice or Lockett. Now, we just went over that Lockett is a game time decision. Seahawks play late. On Chiefs play Monday. So start okay, so that's good. Start Lockett. If he's out, then make sure you have that to make sure you're ready to swap him out. So be prepared on that. Again, Lockett is a game time decision. Set your alarm right now, or make sure you don't forget if Lockett is out to go and swap him out. I don't know who Watson is. Dang, another one by Eric. Dang. Pick one, Puka, Jay Ford, or Thielen. So I don't think Ford offers enough upside. So Puka for sure. Yeah, I'd go Puka and then Thielen and then Ford. What's up, Twitch fam? Morning X. Hey man, would you trade Saquon and Mike Evans for Jefferson? I have it on the table and declined to offer a different wide receiver than Evans, but if it came to it, what do you think? Oh, I just got a Venmo. I think this is from Get Her Done. I just got a Venmo though. That's a tough one. I mean, it's a gamble, man. If Jefferson was healthy and we haven't seen him play with Dobbs yet, I mean, that's a great trade, but Like we said, we don't, let's just say 55% chance Jefferson's back this week and he's good. We don't know if he's back this week. We don't know if he's back next week. We don't know if he'll get hurt again. So, like, your best, that's what you're basically saying. Gun to my head, what would I want? I would rather have Saquon and Evans. I'm not bold enough to make that trade. I think it's just too risky. And those are two starters, Like, I'd love to make this trade if this was week 1 or week 3, I'd make the trade. I'd be like, look, man, I'm going to get Justin Jefferson, such a stud of all studs, right? Or a top 2 wide receiver, however you want to look at it. Should I do about Keenan Allen? Don't do anything. What kind of question is that? I lost Andrews and nothing good is out there. Haha. Musgrave and Parham is the best available and below from there. This week, start Parham and pick up Musgrave as a stash. Maybe pick up Isaiah Likely later on. Just keep making moves. It could be worse. Yes, there's no great options out there. There's really only about 5 great tight ends, right? Trey McBride and up, right? Trey McBride, Laporta, Hawkinson, Kincaid, and Kelsey. There's some other okay ones. There's like a Logan Thomas, Taysom Hill. Who am I forgetting? I mean, that's there's not that many out there. Am I forgetting anybody? Kittle's pretty good. Other than that, man, I don't really like too many. So, what you need to do is, start Parham this week, stash Musgrave, go and try to add Likely, and hopefully you get lucky. That's the thing, because tight ends are so unpredictable, so up and down, so wild, that if you do go get a crappy one, I guess there is a small chance that, hey, this guy's actually not that bad. Need 2 RBs in a flex. Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Raheem Mostert, A-Chain. I think that's what A-Crane is. Ayuk, DJ Moore, or Calvin Ridley. Okay, very close here. Okay, I think we're going to start Aaron. Let's start Aaron Jones. I think we start Ken Walker as well. All right, and then for our third, we're going to go, I think we'll go with Ayuk. Yeah, we'll go Ayuk with our third option. Khalil Herbert and JSN for Debo. This trade doesn't matter either way is fine. If you need RB depth, then don't the side with Khalil Herbert is the side for you. If you're too many roster spots and Herbert's like you're benching him, he's your RB5, then yeah, I guess the Debo side's a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, this is like, it's one of those trades that honestly it doesn't matter. It won't help you win or lose your league. Is how I see it, and it's just being honest. Because at the end of the day, remember, anything we do, any type of trade or anything, especially when we're talking strictly redraft, it's to win a championship. You're welcome. All right, is that it? Should we head on over to Discord? I'm gonna drop a Discord link. So after these live streams, we head on over to the Fantasy Couch private Discord. I hop on the voice chat and we chop it up a little bit. Sometimes like one person joins, sometimes like 12, 13 people join. You never know each week. I don't know what we're going to talk about, if we're going to talk about anything, but I'm there. It's like my office hours. You can hop in, you can talk, you can just listen, you can do both. But regardless, I do have that open time there. So I'm going to drop a link to the Discord. And if you do want to join, you make me happy. Yeah, that's right. And I think you're talking to me. I know the reference for sure. I watched Tropic Thunder at least 4 times. But there is a link to the Discord there. And if you're new and you want to join, go there and make sure you go straight to the welcome channel. Again, in Discord, go to the welcome channel and hit the green check mark to gain access. If you don't do that, you can't get in. There's a link to the Discord. Again, go to the welcome channel and hit the green emoji check mark. Tap that, click that to get in. And then I will be on the voice channel. See, Watson, bro. What is this? Are you trying to bring me down with one of my picks? I don't know what the no. I mean, I feel like you're driving or something. Why'd you didn't? That's it. That's all. That's where you wanted to end the sentence. I love the short comments, but this one's possibly too short. I don't understand if you're mad at me, if you're mad at Watson, if you're mad at the world. If you want him to do better, I don't understand if this is negative. I don't know if this is encouraging to Christian Watson, a dear Christian Watson, a letter to Watson to step it up. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if you're talking about Christian Watson for sure. Nobody knows. Twitch fam in the building. I'll answer this and maybe one or two more if we get it, but we're about to log out here and head on over to Discord in a minute. Should I trade Diggs for Lamar and Debo? No, not unless you are desperate for a QB. So if you had Joe Burrow, and yeah, I can afford this trade. I got good. I'm good. My team's good. Then yeah, do this. But if you're not desperate for a quarterback, you're not a Joe Burrow guy, then I would not do this. I think you're selling low on Diggs. While Lamar and Debo are kind of hot right now, especially with Burrow going down. That just the price of quarterbacks just went up. The scarcity of QBs just went up. We just talked about Khalil Herbert. I don't know. I don't mean you're talking like in ton, man. These are codes. Trade James Cook for Godwin or hold off. Hold off. All right, we're gonna end it there. I dropped the Discord link a minute ago. See you guys on the Discord voice channel. All right, guys. I'm end it there.